For new accounts, it may not be obvious that you can make a huge difference in illusory traces. This is season 36. So the issue is that as soon as your account becomes strong enough, you will earn a lot of coins, and these coins will mean millions. What am I talking about? You go to Illusory Reshaping, you see that the whole reshaping effort takes you 1.5 million extra. So this is 1.5 million extra in terms of power. Usually you upgrade courage and stamina, and you do all the upgrades in this on this left side. And on the right side, first you target your opponents. For example, if you play against Order, then you max out Order, and then you max out everything else because the limits are gonna increase. That's the name of the game. Usually you get 1 coin in the tree, or if you didn't participate in the last Illusory Reshaping, then you get multiple coins because you can get as many wishes as the season, basically. You're always in realms. For example, I'm in this realm right now, but this doesn't matter that much. The most important thing is on week 1 to get all the dragons, or in week 2 to get all the dragons. Unfortunately, I slept a bit too late on day 1 of Illusory Reshaping, so the initial mission, I didn't get the initial mission bonus, this thing, because I couldn't do the siege. City has been breached, and it was breached thanks to Abaddon a long time ago. That was the issue. But I can still do the most important thing, which is the dragons. And let's see how many coins I'm gonna get. I played that out of these 3 because Stronghold Cove or Inferno Fortress have generally worse units for me than that. And the reason is that in that I can use the alternate units. Let's see, this one. I could use the alternate champions of Order, or at least Castle, because that's how it's being played. So half of my team is Castle, and the Castle alternate awakened units. And yes, I have 2 dungeon units, fine, dungeon or necropolis. But if you see guild and death, there you can see the selectable units. And if I put them back, you see that the sister is selectable.
I have come to spread the god's decree.
And I'm also using a death hero. Let's see how much we're gonna get back. I don't know if the domain is activated though, so if it's not, then we're gonna get less coins. So, this was the first battle out of 20. We got 1737 coins. When you start in your very first Illusory Reshaping around level 60 something, then you get less than 100 coins per event, so, or per battle. So this 1700 is surprising, especially because this is not my main team. We're looking for Castle Tower, this is my main team. Now we're gonna make serious damage. This damage dealing. Check out the domains, whether they are activated. For some reason only one of them is activated. This is strange. No, actually, because it's not the Castle Tower formation. By the way, save the formations. This is my Castle Tower only formation. There you can see all the team. And since last time I 6-starred Dragon Golem, so I will activate its domain as well. And I have all the Commander's champions for Castle Tower. Plus, hint, in the backup formation you can place Commanders and Champions and Divine Heralds of any other affiliation. So for example, if I wanted to change this team, let's see if I can do it. Not really. Can I get a caster on board? That's another question. It seems like the selection doesn't include Commanders, Champions, Divine Heralds. What about Spell Commandment? Can I get an attacker? I just want a really strong attacker. Well, Devil kind of qualifies, but that's it basically. So I'll keep the triple charging units. Not as if the backup formation ever went into play. Maybe Arcane Archer could be a part of it. But anyway, we will deal a lot of damage. On some accounts I've seen this health meter go down like 4 or 5 times. Now it's 4000. When you have two of the same type and it's not your main team, or not the team where you can score thousands, then attack the third one. Because as soon as the third one is attacked, the following can happen. You have 20% chance that you're gonna get a castle tower, in my case, to the main team. 20% chance that I'm gonna get a death, which is my odd team. And 20% chance that I get a stronghold cove, which would eventually cancel out all the three. Because if you have three of the same union, 3 dragons of the same union, they cancel each other, and then you get a new 3 dragons of any type. So that's why I'm attacking these, because I have 60% chance that something good is gonna happen. Now I got the remaining 40% because Rampart showed up. So if it was Stronghold Cove showing up, then these 3 would be cancelled and new dragons would be placed in here. We'll see that quite soon. Let's see Rampart and Conflux. Rampart, Conflux, here it is. These are the 8. This is one of the commanders. Let's see the guild itself, whether we can do anything in life. I mean, we have a gold dragon, awakened. That's a change worth making. These are defenders, and this is a relatively bad compared to these two. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can do much. In the backup formation you can do whatever you want. And also I think I'm gonna update, or in the adjutants, I think I'm gonna update the backup formation, not as if it helped much. It won't help much because they won't get into play. But I can add a White Tiger, I can add a really good attacker like Sun Crusader, and I can add Judicator and use. Maybe that will help. Maybe not. I don't think that they are gonna lose enough energy so that the backup formation gets into play. But you still complete all the missions. By the way, if you don't complete any of the missions, then you don't get any coins whatsoever. And you have 20 battles in total. We're quite unlucky because we're getting Inferno Fortress again. I mean, sometimes I can update these formations and I can see what is going on. Here we have Devil, this is Fortress. Let's see the guild. So you don't see anything interesting in here. For the Altered Awakening, this could be interesting. Let's see. This doesn't count as chaos for some reason. Maybe because it was not filtered properly, but Tower and Conflux counts, and Castle counts on some level. No, Tower and Castle counts on some level. I don't know why and how this doesn't count. But either way, I can place another one. I think this is the best one. I will need to upgrade them quite badly and quite quickly. And as usual, I will use Spare Commandment because I have a good variety of units just in case they died. Falconer, Sun Crusader, and here, that's a Cursed Swordsman, so I would rather use Divine Punisher, Clash of Formations. And I think this Divine Punisher is here. That's why. So I will place another one like Light Dragon here in the backup. Although Inferno Fortress would be better to strengthen them. So now this is the new formation. Drakon is still on the front. And on the back I think I could make one change. At least one change. Namely, that instead of Roland, I could either use one of the Generation 3 heroes that have adjutant skills, or Rashka that also has adjutant skills. I will use Rashka this time without seeing what I'm doing exactly. It's a small change, small difference. I'm mainly interested in the main units. That's a strategy as well, that the main units die quickly and the backup formation gets into play quickly, but it's not happening. My units are not dying, unfortunately. But that would not be a bad idea. I only got 124 coins, by the way. And now we got luck, because Castle Tower is in play. Your average is supposed to be 4 per 20 battles. Because oh no, misclick. You see, this is what shouldn't have happened. I'm gonna get 0 points instead of 3000. This happens once in a blue moon, especially during recording. This can happen. And you see, I'm not getting anything. This was an expensive mistake, and now I have to fight Rampart again for like 100 coins. So you saw an expensive mistake live. And this account is still not that extreme in terms of power increase, but it's gonna become extreme sooner or later. I've seen a better account before. And now we're still unlucky because we're getting the worst, basically. Keep on getting Rampart and the Inferno Fortress, but we still have quite a lot of options. 12 battles left. Now pay close attention. And we need to complete all the missions to earn anything. Plus domain activation. Order can heal quite well. I think I'll replace Sister. They can heal quite well, but unfortunately they are not dealing that much damage. And Rampart again, so this is a really unlucky run. Maybe one option I haven't experimented is what happens if 4 of the units die quickly, so that the backup formation gets into play. So have intentionally bad units. And look at this luck, this is crazy. I mean, I have 40% chance that it's either Inferno or Rampart. And I keep on getting these rotations. Sometimes you have to live with it. And then you see that your opponent gets 1,000,000 power. But sometimes it's the other way. This is the worst possibility. And finally, at least death. It's better than nothing. So switch to this. That's why Awakening is important, or could be important. At least you can increase the number of units. And needless to say, you need to improve the hero spells as well. And use better heroes than this one. You're still dealing damage not because of the hero, but because of the units. And we got 0 Stronghold Cov so far on the left. Now this is at least good, because our objective with getting a Stronghold Cov is to cancel out all 3 and get a Castle Tower in one of the 3 slots. Probabilities are quite good for that. This is the best option. And once again the bad luck. And now, you see on the bottom that you have 3 Stronghold Coves. 3 identical guards have appeared, eliminate them at once, confirm. And now you got a new formation. Now you got the bad ones here, and sooner or later we'll have to fight them, unfortunately, one of them. But I have Castle Tower, so I had my fair share of luck in terms of getting Castle Tower, maybe even better. So I cannot complain altogether. But it won't always even out. And once again, if you're a beginner player, like less than level 90, then most likely you will earn about 2000 coins in total. Here I'm earning 4000 per battle when it's Castle Tower. Now obviously you have 2 Inferno Fortresses, so I'm gonna attack Stronghold Cove, and given that this is my first one with Stronghold Cove, I'll have to check out my formation, whether I can do anything with it. I mean, I got somewhat smarter as well. Guild. Blue. That's interesting, because this comes with tower. So how about seeing which one is the worst? 4-8, 4-7, 5-2, and 4-5. I prefer this one. It's an SSR unit, and this one, they did a lot of damage. And 4-9. One thing I could do is replace the Hobgoblin or the Pirates. I'll replace the Pirates. I'll put the attacker here, because this is one of the few attackers that can go to the back row.
I've never met an enemy who's
And there you go.
aim twice.
And move her to a better position. And now Altered Awakening. I can potentially use some of these. Or is it like unfiltered Altered Awakening? Let's see. Yes, you need to click the filter again. That's a problem. Yeah, this looks like a tower unit. I'll replace this one. Most important thing is that you need 8/8. So you need to do the filters twice. And then I use Spell Commandment. They won't play at all, that's the problem. But in the unlikely case they did, it's not a bad thing. I use Judicator here. And use. Don't forget to click use. And then backup. I'll place Judicator back. And use another one. Like Light Dragon. And let's see the backup again. Now there is no clash. And we can battle. Oh, domain. Because now I have 2 domains. Having the Judicator here also potentially activates her domain. Unfortunately, we don't have any backup formations with defensive. And one of my domains is defensive. That's why I can only bring 2 of the domains. So the idea of the backup is the activation of the domain. And you see with the improvements you got 400 coins. And we got the dreaded rampart again. Now if this was the last battle, I would be able to choose any, because then cancellation doesn't count anymore. Rampart. In the backup formation, I will want Judicator. I cannot bring... Unfortunately, I have 2 defensive domain. I screwed up this account like an early mid-game. I'm still in mid-game, by the way. Because I should have 6-starred attackers and ranged units. But I have 2 defensive 6-stars with domain. So unfortunately, I can only activate the Judicator domain. I didn't do that before. But Judicator is one of the best damage dealers anyway. At least in 6-star. Finally. And we got another opportunity to White Castle. And given we have 2 battles left, we maximize our chances of cancelling the 3 dragons by attacking them. Not as if the others one were that much more exciting. Sometimes you can also swap out the heroes. So for example, if I had Oris, which I don't, then I would be able to get this. And now comes the final one. Unfortunately, you can choose between these two. I mean, I don't mind. But most important thing is that we got 26,000 coins. And it's done. The elimination doesn't help us anymore. Neither would have. This is the worst possibility, like all 3 of them. Anyway, 26,372 coins. Let's go to the store. We'll buy all these butterflies. There are 1,160 something available. On one of the accounts, I've seen that all the butterflies were purchased, and then you could purchase some of these other butterflies. And then you could get divination voucher, treasure hunt permits, and also these cast stones. So I wouldn't be surprised if within a month I could purchase hundreds of cast stones right here. So it's not a scarce resource anymore, so you don't need to purchase it in the store, assuming that your illusory reshaping efforts are going well. And let's see what this means to us in terms of strength. 158. So remember 158, it's 1.5 million. First thing is that I've already upgraded this 5 points. So originally it was 15. Okay, so it was like this. So 1573 was the baseline. So I did this. And here you don't really want strength like attack and HP. You first want courage, which is damage and damage reduction, and here damage reduction and damage. Okay, courage and stamina, this is what you want. So this is a bit more of a fake power. This is HP, this is attack. I will first prioritize attack anyway, but if the units have low base attack, the percentage is with respect to the base attack, not the total attack. So this means that the percentage gains are additive and not multiplicative. Multiplicative would greatly distort any economy in a game. So 659, we go all the way up. And instead of 15, we got 198. So 157, 198. So we gained more than 400,000 of power in total by playing this game mode once. If I got not 26,000 coins but 100,000 coins, you can imagine it's 1.2 million. And 100,000 coins are not unreachable. So if in 1 week you see someone climb more than 1 million, that's the reason. And there is a cap, obviously. That's Illusory Reshaping. This is week 1. By the way, I couldn't show this that in the morning. You need to go hard on this and fight your 10 battles until the city is breached. Because then you get this extra. And on the second week you can attack other units and you get some extra of this resource. This was Illusory Reshaping. Hopefully now you understand what to do. The most important thing is the dragons at the bottom.